Hi, I'm Heidi. Welcome to Yoga Today. We are going to do a basic flow in this session. I hope you enjoy. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you know when any new videos post. Thank you. Let's go ahead and begin standing at the front of your mat. We'll start in mountain pose, Tadasana. Bring the feet hips distance apart and bring your hands to start at your heart. Ground yourself down through all four corners of the feet. Really feel yourself balanced in between the balls and the heels of the feet. Sending all that energy into the legs. Feel the thighs press powerfully back. And then take your tailbone and slightly point it down. And then let's bring the belly in and begin to align the front body through the back body. Let's reach your hands down now, fingertips facing out, spreading the fingers wide. Maybe spread the toes and possibly pressing down through the big toe and the baby toe and lifting the three toes in between. And pull up through the top arch of the foot. You want to feel strong in your mountain pose. And as we continue to integrate, let's feel the front body draw through the back body by pulling in the belly, by sliding the front ribs back, by sliding the chin towards the throat slightly. You're not tucking the chin in, just sliding it back. Align the neck and the spine. So as much as you feel yourself rooting down through the feet, feel yourself lengthening up through the back of the head. Almost as if somebody had their hands on the skull and was lifting it. You can feel more length in the neck, more length in the spine, everything aligned. So aligning around that midline of the body on the axis, right where all the chakras align. So a physical and spiritual, soulful alignment, all of it coming together. And let's begin to breathe Ujjayi breath. First, go ahead and release any grip in your jaw. Let go of that tension. And then let's go ahead and begin to connect to the Ujjayi breath. So with the lips gently together, you're going to deeply inhale. And then powerfully exhale. And continue like that. Really feel the full inhale. Taking as long as you can. And exhale. Let's try that with the hands at the heart, the chin bowing in now. Close your eyes. And connect here to the Ujjayi breath. Keeping the lips together so the breath stays internal. That's where we build heat. So we don't have to have heat on. We can build the heat from within. And then let's do a few breaths with the arms added here. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Really take your time with that breath. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. 3 more just like that. Good, and now inhale, reach up, grab your left wrist, gently pull up on the wrist, and lean over to the right a little bit. Let the hips sway to the left. You can let your head rest on that right arm, making sure that you're not putting any strain on the neck. Only folding as far to the right that you feel safe. You don't want to strain. Challenge is great, but we don't want to go to a place of strain. Let's come all the way back up. Grab your right wrist. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold to your left. Let the hips move to the right. So just stay here. And now rise, come all the way back up, hands to the heart. I'm going to face forward now, going to the top of my mat. Inhale, reach up, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest slightly. Exhale, fold in. Let's hang out for a few breaths here in this forward bend. Just feeling the back body start to give a little bit more. And still feeling the strength of the legs. Your legs are like your tree trunks, solid. Feel that. If you have any knee issues, especially important to engage the muscles in the quadriceps, and building that strength helps to support the knees. Take an inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, fold. We'll just continue 3 more of these on your own. Let's do one more here, reaching up. Bring the hands to the heart. Take a couple of breaths. Now inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, let's take a downward facing dog. So hands shoulder distance apart. The creases of the wrists face the front of your mat. The feet hips distance apart, maybe even wider if that helps. Especially if you really feel tight in the hamstrings and in the hips. Taking the feet wide, you can go as wide as your mat if you want. Now send the tricep down. So let that open the heads and shoulders up. And then feel like you had magnets on the inner arms and they were drawing towards each other. So you're not bringing the heads and shoulders in. You're actually just strengthening the arms, even feeling the arm bones rise up a little bit as you melt the chest a little bit more towards the thighs and even the floor without hyperextending. So you don't want to put a big arch in your back. Keep the lower abdominal muscles hugging in. And again, strong thighs, the ribs hug in. It's just like your Tadasana, just like that mountain pose. Breathing here. You can always rest in child pose with the arms out in front of you, with the arms behind you. Now go ahead and take an inhale and lift your heels up. Exhale, bend your knees. Keep the butt facing up, but keep the belly drawn in. Stretch underneath the toes, and then melt the heart. And then we're going to start to lift the hips up again. Walk your feet towards your hands. Inhale, lifting the chest slightly. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise, come all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Let's inhale, look forward. And now maybe moving through a vinyasa if you like, into plank through chaturanga. You can do that with the legs lifted, or if you want to bring the knees down and lower yourself down all the way to the floor. Bringing the chest up. If you're going to stay in cobra, you want to keep your elbows bent. You point your toes back, tops of the feet, flat on your mat, keeping the elbows bent. Don't tighten the buttocks. So keep everything relaxed. You're not tensing up the low back. You can draw the chin in and then lift up through the head once that chin is drawn back. Or if you're going to come into upward facing dog, the arms straight, shoulders are down in both postures, whether it's upward facing dog or cobra. But in your up dog, the thighs are off the floor, arms are straight. Let's go ahead and take it back, downward facing dog. Continue to flow through it. Let's go ahead and inhale, heels rising. Exhale, bend your knees, and you can either jump or step your feet, walking them forward. Inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, fold back. Inhale, rise, come all the way up. Exhale, release hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step yourself back and move through vinyasa. Again, however it works for you. Now, if you'd like to take that right leg up, go ahead and reach up. Maybe bending the knee and lifting that knee up to open up that right hip. Feel free to straighten and bend. Squaring your hips off now. Let's drop that right foot down and switch legs. Left leg rising, bending the knee, lifting the knee up. Just open all that up there. And again, feel free to bend and straighten. And then we're going to square your hips off and release your left leg. Inhale that right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot forward, keeping the left heel up. Let's rise up, crescent pose. So reach up. Arms by the ears, tuck your belly in, drop your shoulders, slide your ribs back. So again, always refer back to your mountain pose, Tadasana. So feel the front body connect through the back body. If we hyperextend, on the other side of hyperextension is compression. So we want to keep everything integrated. Once in a while, we'll intentionally disconnect to get into some places that we need to, but then we'll balance that. So take another breath here, inhale, and exhale, bring your hands back down, step your right foot back, and move through a vinyasa. Inhale, left leg rising. Exhale, bring that left foot forward and rise up. Crescent pose. Your back leg should be off to the right in line with the right hip. The right foot and the left foot should not be on the same line. Your left foot should be in line with your left hip, your right foot in line with your right hip. Continuing to breathe here. Let's take another breath. Inhale. Exhale, release, and take it on back. And again, feel free just to go straight through to downward facing dog, to child pose, a vinyasa, whatever works for you. And let's take a few breaths in your downward facing dog, realign. Feel the depth of the breath. Really let that fill you up. And then let's go ahead and step that right foot all the way forward. Spiral the back heel down. Let's rise up for Warrior Two. Right heel and left heel aligned. Or if you're more open in the hips, it's okay to have the right heel in line with the arch of the left foot. Arms like wings, open wide. Right knee facing forward, in line with the toes, in line with the fingers. Gazing out over the right fingers. Left leg strong. Let's try to point that tailbone straight down. Let's take another breath here. Reach your right fingertips inside your right foot and take that left arm and reach up. Try to press the right arm inside the right knee and tuck that right hip underneath you a little bit. Open that left arm. And then let's even take the left arm and reach it up and over that left ear. Release the left hand down. You're going to lift your left heel up. Keep that right hip lifted up high. And with the left fingertips, walk them out a little bit more to the left, or you can come onto the palm of the hand. Let's reach up through that right arm and open the chest. Try to square the hips. So you're going to scissor the inner thighs a little bit to make that happen. Right hip goes back, the left hip comes forward a little bit. Keep opening the chest. And then for another couple of breaths, if you want, extend that right arm up over that right ear. Let's take another breath here. And then release the hands back down. Step that right foot back. Again, your choice of after release. Let's go ahead and step that left foot all the way forward. Spiral the back heel down. Let's rise up. Warrior Two. Gazing out over the left fingers, left knee, left toes, left fingers, all facing forward. Strong right thigh. Feel that connection. Point the tailbone down. Integrate the belly. Integrate the ribs. Open the shoulders. Open chest. Take another breath. And reach the left fingertips to the floor. Take your right arm and lift up. Good, opening the chest here. Trying to get that left leg at a 90-degree angle. Tuck that left hip underneath you. Maybe reach up and over with the right arm. And then release your right fingertips to the floor. Pick up your right heel. Keep the left hip lifted.
and walking that right hand a little bit more to the right. Let's reach up through the left arm and open the chest, open the left arm. Scissor the inner thighs, taking the left hip back, the right hip a little bit forward. So we're squaring the hips. And then maybe reaching up and over with the left arm. Releasing your left hand down, step it on back, release. So let's go ahead and step that right foot forward, spiraling the back heel down again, rise up, warrior two. Setting the foundation here for triangle pose, take a breath. Let's reach back with the left hand on the back of that left leg and reach up and over with the right arm. Let's try to open the chest up here. Just a couple of breaths. And then we're going to reach all the way back up. Straighten your right leg. Inhale. And begin to reach out for triangle pose. So take the right hand down as you lift the left arm up. The arms in one long line. You can either have the hand on the outside of the leg, maybe it needs to be on the shin or inside the leg. Maybe you need a block underneath that right hand. Use anything that you need at home, whether it's a cushion, whether it's a block or straps. The legs are strong. Let's take another breath. And rise, come all the way up. Take the hands to the hips. Spiral the right toes in, and then point your left toes forward. Let's bend the left knee, coming into warrior two, open arms. Let's reach back with that right hand and lift that left arm up and over. Strong legs. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale. Reach out and let's lay the foundation for triangle trikonasana. So you want a lot of distance in between the feet. And again, if you need to grab a prop to put underneath your left hand, use it. Legs are straight, the body is fully aligned in triangle. There's actually a lot of triangles within this one posture. Take another breath here. And rise. Come all the way back up. Take the hands to the hips. Parallel your feet here, nice and wide. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward. And take your hands to the floor. You can reach to the ankles if you like. If you'd like, if it works for you, then maybe interlace the fingers together behind the back, lifting the arms up and over, and bring the hands closer to the floor. Roll your shoulders back, tucking the head underneath. And then bringing your hands back down to the floor. Just lift the chest so that your chest is parallel to the floor. Keep the abdominal muscles engaged, belly draws in. And let's widen your stance a little bit and bend your left knee. Keep the right leg straight. It's like a matrix posture. That right leg is strong and straight. The left knee is bent. Your hips are square. Hands are wide. And then straighten that left leg. Walk the hands a little to the right. Bend the right knee. Switching sides. Melt the chest a little bit. Straighten up. Let's walk it to the left. Straighten the legs. Walk it to the right. Straighten the legs. One more time. Over to the left. And one more time over to the right. And then go ahead and start to walk to your right, pointing the right toes forward. And let's let that left knee come all the way down. Right hand on the inside of the right foot. So maybe here is good, and you might even want to put a prop underneath your hands. But maybe some of you can come down to your elbows, or even walk the elbows forward and drop the head. Keep your hips square and try to really let the spine get heavy in between the shoulder blades. So melt through heart center. Those of you that would like to add on a little bit here, you can either stay on your left elbow or up on your left hand. We can reach the right hand back for the left foot, drawing the heel in, and then opening the chest. And then everybody go ahead and release. Now listen, we're going to straighten up that right leg and walk the left foot in close enough that you can straighten both legs. And again, if you need props underneath your hands here, please use them. Square your hips. This is going to be more intense into that right hamstring. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold in towards that right leg with the arms out in front of you on props, or you can even walk your hands back. Now make sure that you're okay here with the legs straight, because we're going to reverse triangle pose. You're going to keep the left hand maybe on the inside of the right foot. If you have a more advanced practice, you can take it across as long as you can maintain your alignment. I want you to push that right hip back because it's going to want to pop forward. So push it back. You should feel that sensation there in the right hip. And then when you're ready, if you feel balanced, take that right arm up and open the chest. And then go ahead and release that right hand. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold in. And then you're going to take your hands to your hips and you're going to start to rise, come all the way up. Point the right toes in and point the left toes forward. Square your hips off with the left leg. Inhale, go ahead and reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your left knee, lift your right heel, and take the right knee down. Bring the hands on the inside of the left foot. Again, whether it's hands, elbows, your head can come all the way down to props. Let's sit into that left hip, right thigh long into this lunge. Tuck the chin in so there's no tension in the neck. And really find a stillness in your practice, in the posture. So the movement is the breath. And in your exhales, you can find that surrender, and in that, maybe feeling some shifts happen. A little subtle release. And again, if you'd like to take the variation, reaching back, left hand for the right foot, drawing the heel in, going deeper through that quadricep. If that works for you, if that doesn't work for you, you're getting plenty in the first variation. And then slowly release. We'll straighten the left leg as we straighten the right, spiraling the back heel down. Walking the right foot up closer to that left leg if you need to. Both legs are straight, hips are square. Inhale. Lift the heart. Exhale, fold into that left leg. So in these postures where we're holding it for about 5 breaths, slow the breath down. Take that opportunity. Go even deeper. And then let's go ahead and prepare to reverse triangle pose. Again, maybe keeping the right hand inside the leg on a prop or all the way across. We're going to press that left hip back, square your hips. Again, scissoring those inner thighs. Try to push down through the ball of that left big toe. Now reach up in that left arm. Find your balance here. Try to open the chest. If it's too much on the neck to look up, keep the gaze down, that's okay. Modify where you need to serve your body. And then release your left hand all the way back down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold in. Strong legs, take your hands to your hips, rise them all the way back up. Spiral the left foot in and the right toes forward. Let's bend the right knee again. Take warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, reach the right hand to the floor. Let's take the left hand to the left hip. And let's go ahead and come into half moon. So you're going to possibly walk the left foot in or just start to lift the left leg up. Find your balance here. Let's pick up that left hip on top of the right hip first. Let's lay that foundation there. Strong right thigh. Find a placement for your hand. Maybe the gaze stays down. If you feel more balanced, you can start to look forward or up. And then when you're ready, take that left arm up. Keep the left foot flexed. Tailbone neutral. And again, find mountain pose. Find Tadasana in the ribs, in the belly, in the legs. Now bring your left hand down, or if you are a little bit more advanced, maybe just reach forward with the arms. The left toes are facing down now, hips are square. Left hand comes down, right arm up, revolving half moon. Keep that left leg lifted if you can, and open the chest up. Notice the different stages that we've done this in. In the beginning, it was with the leg all the way to the floor. And then we did this in reverse triangle. And now we're doing this with a lifted leg. Release your right hand down. Either release that left leg down, or if you'd like to explore a standing split, lift that left leg up. Take your head closer into the right leg. Exploring your balance here if you'd like with one hand or both behind that right foot. maybe even lifting the arms up. And then go ahead and step your left foot and your right foot back through vinyasa into child pose or to downward facing dog. And then let's take the left foot forward as we rise up into warrior two. Right heel comes down. And then let's go ahead and prep for half moon. So hold on to your right hip with your right hand. Put your left hand to the outside of your left foot. And then we'll lift the right leg off the floor. Open up that right hip bone. Okay, so feel the right hip stack over the left. The right foot is flexed. When you're ready, reach up through that right arm. Integrate and then open from that connected place. And then release your right hand down, or you can lift the arms, bring them forward into warrior three. Keep the back leg up. Arms reaching out. Or keep your hands to the floor, keeping that leg lifted, squaring those hips. These are the inner thighs. Now let's go ahead and release the right hand to the floor, taking the left arm up to revolve half moon pose. And just allow yourself the exploration throughout your practice within the postures. Release your left hand down, and if you'd like to explore a standing split, go ahead and begin to lift that right leg up, taking the head in, and taking any variation you would like here. Exploring balance if you like. And then release. Let's go ahead and bring the feet together. Inhale, lift up through your chest. Exhale, fold in. And maybe wrap your hands around your elbows. Or even take your hands to your big toes, the fingers wrapping underneath them. You can inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, fold. Different ways to be in the forward bend. Maybe reaching your hands back by your heels or ankles or shins. And then we're going to open the feet wider than the hips. Point the feet out a little bit, about 45 degrees, and sit into a squat. So if you need to sit on a pillow or block, a bolster, do so. We're going to bring the elbows inside the knees and the shins. Pressing the elbows in there. Let's try to open the shoulders. And then tuck the chin in, or even drop your forehead into your fingertips. And again, feel free to sit up on some pillows here if you need the support. You want the whole foot grounded. Now, you also have an option of rolling up something underneath your heels if you need some support there with the feet. Walk your hands out in front of you. Draw the belly in. So you're going to round out the back. Let the shoulder blades come off the back here. Tuck the chin way in. crawl your hands to your left, keeping the left arm, the left shoulder inside the knee, and walking that right arm as close as you can, right fingertips crawling towards the left. And we'll walk it over to the right. Knees stay open. Then come on back to center. And then go ahead and sit. And take bound angle here. Bring the heels and knees open. Grab hold of the feet. Let's try to open the soles of the feet up and open your shoulders. And lift up through the chest. Close your eyes. Some of you might find that you can start to come forward here. Maybe the elbows contact the inner thighs. And then you can begin to bring your chest forward. Keeping the shoulders open as you do that. Keeping the belly drawn in. And then rise, come all the way up. Let's straighten the legs all the way forward, relaxing the knees. And then interlace the fingers together behind you. We're going to lift the arm up. Tuck the chin in. Keep the elbows slightly bent. So try not to hyperextend, right? Keep slight bend in the elbows. You'll feel the chest, you'll feel the shoulders. And then slowly release. Let's go ahead and come onto your back. Go into a nice hip opener, threading the needle. As you lie down, we'll take that right ankle and cross it over the left thigh, right above the knee. We'll bring the right arm in between the inner thighs, left arm around the left. And you're going to interlace the fingers either in front of the shin. Maybe you need to go around the hamstring, or maybe you need to use a strap. And as you do this, let's flex the right foot and draw that right shin in towards the chest. Don't worry if the foot isn't anywhere near the chest. So try to press the shoulders down, and you want to square the right shin off as much as you can. Imagine the right ankle coming towards the left side of your chest here. And breathe. Heel that right hip. Some variations that you can play with here might be putting the left foot down and either reaching the elbows underneath the knee and the ankle, or around the foot and the knee, and then maybe even straightening that left leg. So taking more of a pigeon on your back. Release that right leg, straighten it all the way out, and hug your left knee in. And let's switch sides. Bring that left ankle across the right thigh, just above that knee. And let's bring that left arm in between the inner thighs, the right hand around, and interlace those fingers, clasping the shin or the hamstring, hugging the left shin in towards you, the left ankle coming towards that right side of the chest, the right shoulder, and play with it here. slowly release. As you release that left leg, hug the right knee in. Loosen up any grip that you might be feeling right here. Maybe your jaw is clenched up. Maybe the forehead feels tight, or the shoulders are tense. So just relax. And then let's prepare for a twist. Let's bring that right knee over the left knee. Some of you might hook the right toes behind the left ankle, but you don't have to. And you can also just do knees side by side. So we're going to bring the hips up and over to the right side of the mat, and then drop the knees to the left. We'll reach out through the right arm, the right palm facing up, the right shoulder pressing down. And your gaze is anywhere that's comfortable for your neck. So taking the hips up and over to the right, dropping the knees to the left, the right arm reaching out, palm up, shoulder down. If you need to put a prop underneath your knees to lift the floor up to meet them rather than twisting too far and you don't want to strain your back, okay, use that for support. To activate the muscular energy and the twist a little bit more, if you'd like to, just press the knees into each other. Feel the thighs hugging in. Really opening that right shoulder and pressing it down. And then let's come back through center, feet hips distance apart, and just pause, come to neutral. Reconnect to your breathing. It can be a little more difficult, a little challenging to breathe in your twist. So make sure you don't twist so deep that it inhibits the breath. Always back off a little bit to make sure that the breath is still moving deeply. And let's take the left knee over the right and switch sides. As we bring the hips to the left, drop the knees to the right. Reaching out through that left arm, palm up, left shoulder down. And again, the rotation of the head is anywhere that's more comfortable for your neck. Traditionally, it's going to be over the extended arm. But listen to your body and know where you need to make some modifications. You have to be your own guide. Now come on back up. Again, in the release, feet hips distance apart, or you can even open them wide here and let the knees just drop in. A little arch in the back. Heel turn the feet towards each other. Let's go ahead and hug the knees in. And rock yourself up for a moment. Let's take a straddle split. So open your legs up wide. That's a relative term, so however wide that is for you. Flex your feet, engage the legs. And hands out in front of you. If you want some props underneath you, place some cushions underneath there. You can grab the cushions off of your couch. They're usually a lot more sturdy. Take an inhale with flexed feet. Heart rising, and exhale, fold forward. Just feel the muscular energy in the legs here for the support to go into your posture. And then once you're here, you can relax the thighs. keeps the feet flexed. Another deep breath. And rise, come all the way back up. Go ahead and cross your legs. Just sit in a comfortable position here for a moment. And bring your right arm across your chest. Drop that right shoulder and use the left hand to press into that right arm. And just feel the stretch happening here. Maybe looking over for that right shoulder. Relax into it with every exhale. And we'll switch sides. Go ahead and reach across with the left arm, pressing into it with that right hand. Left shoulder drops down as you gaze up over it. Slowly release, roll out your shoulders, and then go ahead and lay down onto your backs. Hug the knees and the shins in again. And if it feels okay for your neck, reach back behind your head with the fingers, interlace them, support the head, and then lift the chin into the chest. Lay your head back down, open your knees wide, gently pressing the knees apart. Or take happy baby pose by grabbing the big toes or the outer edges of your feet with your hands, aligning the ankles over the knees. If you've got the feet up, push the hands and the feet into each other like you were trying to press the legs straight, but your hands are keeping the knees bent as you press the thighs towards the floor. And then try to tuck the shoulders underneath you slightly, chin slightly lifted. So just to show you here, chin slightly lifted, so the throat is open, the neck has a natural curve. Release the heels back down, hug the knees back in again, and rock side to side. Make some big knee circles. Go the other direction. And hug everything in again. Big hug. Lift your legs straight up. Now you can grab maybe the feet or behind the calves or behind the thighs. And then try to press your legs into your hips and the hips into the ground. Let's just reintegrate, right? Everything coming back together, shoulders pressing down, shoulder blades on your back. Take another breath here. And then begin to float the legs all the way down. Reach the arms all the way up overhead. Take a big, big reach through your fingers, through your toes. And open your feet, open your arms. Imagine a snow angel here. Allow the fingers to just gently curl up. Let the shoulders tuck underneath you slightly. The feet just flop open. loosen up any tension, any grip in your jaw, any furrow in the brow, any tightness that you are still holding on to. Let it go. And as we come into Shavasana, let's take a very, very deep inhale. Sigh it out. And take a moment to trust in just being in you. The space that you've created and what is alive within that space is an opportunity to come through. Be with that. Begin to wiggle the fingers and toes, rolling out your wrists and your ankles. Let's feel the eyes, the nose, the lips. And take a big reach with the arms up overhead again. Big stretch, big breath. And roll over onto your side into a fetal position and pause. And let's slowly rise, coming all the way back up to sitting, taking a comfortable seat on your mat. And let's go ahead and bring the head and the hands bowing into your heart. Another deep, rich breath. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Hope to see you next time.